Morning, everyone. Quick story on heroic priesthood. I have a priest at one of my parishes that I attend. He's in my Exodus fraternity, actually. And I want to discuss a story that I just had with him. I don't want to use his name because if he ever stumbles across this video, I don't want to embarrass him. But on a break at work once, I was able to stop at this parish to just have some quiet time with the Lord, and I was sitting before the Blessed Sacrament, the tabernacle. I was before the tabernacle, and he walked into the church, and he walked past me. I saw him. We glanced. We acknowledged each other with a nod, and he went into the sacristy, and I figured he was just getting a book or something. So I got up after that, and I said, all right, I'm going to pray my rosary here in the quiet. So I went to the back of the church in what's called the new wing. We have a large church, so we have an old wing, which is a wing that's in front of the altar, and then the parish got so large they had to add another section to the parish, which was what they called the new wing, and that's over to the right of the altar. So I sat in the new wing over to the right and in the back pew, so he didn't see me when he came out. And he came out of the sacristy, and I just wasn't expecting to see what I saw. He came out of the sacristy in full vestments, and then he just said Mass to himself. He said Mass by himself. That's heroic priesthood right there. I got to see what he does in his spare time, what happens behind closed doors, because this is in follow-up to my scandal video that I just made in the last one. And I said we have to see how good a priest is how Marian they are. And when I was in confession with him once, he said to me, in this situation, turn to the Blessed Mother, because Mary, she's just awesome. And when a priest is able to say something like that, you know that they are a good and holy priest. They have a devotion to the Blessed Mother. So this was a wonderful thing to see. This is why we need to pray for our priests. This priest was here praying for all of us that day. I mean, he was being so quiet during Mass. While he was saying Mass, I could barely hear him. And he didn't have it live streamed. He didn't have it recorded. He didn't have any parishioners there. Nobody was there. He just said it to himself. It's just what he does. And you can tell that it's something that he regularly does. And that's something that I found out about him. We need to pray for our priests. We need to pray for vocations, for people to go to the priesthood, to answer God's call to the priesthood, because without priests, we don't have the Eucharist. Without priests, we don't have the sacrament of confession. These are things that are regularly offered to us every day in a lot of circumstances, and they bring us those sacraments, which are personal encounters with Jesus. They are in persona Christi. They are in the place of Christ. It comes right out of the Bible. John chapter 20, 22, 23, that's the sacrament of confession. John chapter 6 prefigures the Eucharist, the Last Supper, all of the accounts. This is my body, this is my blood. Do this in memory of me. Those priests are doing it in memory of him. We need to pray for our priesthood, and we need to pray for a heroic priesthood. So I'm very, very proud of this priest. Jesus told us to be the salt of the earth, and this priest is salty. That's a term I take from Taylor Marshall. So he called us to be the light of the earth, so go out there and be salty. This priest is indeed salty. So God bless. There are very good priests out there.